All right, today on Pro Tips, we're going to answer the question, how do I find my race weight? Now the answer is, I think a lot of people do this thing where they pick, here's the least that I've weighed in the last 5 years, and that's a number that I'm always chasing and may or may not reach on race day, and I think you know that's a dumb move. So the real answer, your race weight, is the weight that you can be at with healthy, reasonable behavior on race day. It's never worth it. This isn't boxing. Endurance sports isn't like boxing or UFC where you can have these giant swings. It's you need to be fueled. You need to have the carbs in your system. You need to have the fat on your bones. It's not worth fighting it. It's not worth being too skinny. It's not worth trying to move it too much at once. You've got to just be patient and trust the process with that whole thing. I've won races at my sweet spot was always between 148 and 152. And I found I won races at 155, but generally I found I wasn't in the group that I wanted at 155 on the climbs. I was a little bit slower than I wanted to be. At 146, I won some races, and then immediately got sick. So that's how you know that's not a great race weight. If you win and the next day you can't get out of bed. And that's just kind of how you learn it is and that would be what I recommend for everyone is keep it, if you don't already do it, keep it in your journal of what your weight is. I weigh myself every morning, not because I'm freaking out about it or stressed about it, but just to keep track and to stay on top of it. So now I can look back at the last few years and say, oh, my best results were at 149 pounds. So that's kind of the race weight that I target. And then once you're in that zone, if you weigh yourself every day or often enough, you can kind of just stay on top of it and not ever have to diet or whatever. You can just adjust it day one, day two, without having to make any drastic changes or feeling like you're way off or accidentally going under. So that would be the main thing is keep that journal, pay attention to it, but mostly just don't get caught in the trap of fighting it. I would much rather show up at a race 155 pounds and healthy than try to lose those 3 pounds to get into my imaginary weight window that no one knows about but me, try and crash diet or starve myself or eat nothing but salad 3 days before a race starts. So think about that, behave smartly, don't give yourself disorders, nobody needs that, and promise you eating disorders make you slow. Like, you're much better off being a little chunkier than whatever happens to your body and just having your hormones, your metabolism, all that stuff shuts down. It's not worth trying to lose the weight too fast or constantly. If you feel like you're always fighting your weight, you're doing something wrong in the nutrition department, or just you have a dumb weight goal and your body doesn't want to be there. So trust your body and trust me. If you have other pro tip questions, leave them. There'll be a link in the Strava Club. The Cookie Club is where I'm kind of keeping those. So we'll do that there. Until next time. Thanks.